Hello cyclists! The commuter's dream comes true. It's the Urban Glide Ultra from Vanpowers. This is definitely the most comfortable, reliable commuter's e-bike I ever tested. It's quite difficult for me where to start, but it's not only very comfortable because the sitting position is very upright and you can adjust it with the stem and individualize it, but because it has a suspension fork and it has a suspension seat post. So the combination of the sitting position, so the frame geometry, the stem that you can individualize, and those two suspensions were just perfect, really. I actually was thinking for longer routes because I just didn't want to stop cycling. But besides this very comfortable riding experience, I mean, come on. If you have a closer look at the frame, you see no welding at all. It's a very high quality. You see it in like every little detail that Vanpowers did choose high quality, but in a price range that is very attractive because this bicycle costs 2,900 euros. But I would highly recommend to check out the website as well as their social media channels for promotion, because every now and then you get a special offer. It is an e-bike, so where's the motor? It's located in the middle, and Vanpowers did choose Bustling. The model is the M510, and all the e-bikes I tested with a Bustling motor were very reliable and had a very agile and natural riding experience because there are torque sensors in the motor. So they measure how hard you push the pedal, and depending on the power you use to push the pedal, the more support you get. Of course, also depending on what pedal assistance mode you choose. The Urban Glide Ultra offers 5 different modes of pedal assistance, and to be honest, I was most cycling in the first mode of assistance because this was already so powerful. And the 5th, I mean, come on, you really can climb the Mount Everest with the 5th, I would say. It was really almost dangerous. But it's a really cool range. So if you're like commuting longer distances, or if you decide to go on a tour for 20, 30, 40 kilometers, then you would be very glad that you have also like the pedal assistance mode 3, 4 and 5. Every e-bike, of course, needs a battery, and the battery is located in the down tube. And it's super cool because you can take out the battery. So you can charge the bike directly or just take out the battery, and the battery is pretty large. So you do have a range of up to 110 kilometers. The battery has 720 watt hours, and that lasts up to 110 kilometers of range. Of course, always depending on how you cycle and what pedal assistance mode you choose. So this bike, as I said, is a perfect companion to commute, but you can also do tours because it is equipped for like almost every situation due to the suspension. If you have a closer look at the tires, there's a lot of profile, and because the tires are a bit wider, they also work like a suspension. And for me, very important, because I do almost everything by bike, is the possibility to transport bags, whether it's groceries or whether it's my bag with my laptop if I commute to work. And this one here is very stable and robust. It can carry up to 25 kilograms, so even my son can sit on it. And the whole bike is very robust, and it's like massive, but not in a bad way massive, if you know what I mean, because nothing rattles and nothing feels unstable. So even when I was doing tours or cycling over cobblestone, it was like gliding. maybe that's where the name comes from, so the Urban Glide Ultra. So it was a really comfortable feeling, because for me it's important that you don't hear any rattles or noises. It's also sometimes coming from the fenders, but in this case it was really a silent glide. The only thing I didn't like so much, if you have a closer look, is like the cable situation in the front. It's like every e-bike has a lot of cables. The brakes, the motor, the battery, the display, the gears. Well, for me there would be room for improvement, but yeah, that's just maybe if you have a closer look at the price range, that's just a little down point. Vanpowers did choose a microshift gearing system with 9 different gears you can choose from. And for me it was super comfortable to shift through the gears, and after a while I always did choose the right gear. So it was offering me a very big range, perfect for every situation, whether it's commuting or doing tours. In the beginning, to be honest, I was a bit skeptic if I would really need the 9 gears, but they offer me the perfect range for tours as well, for commuting. So I would definitely say thumbs up, very good choice. And of course, an e-bike has a display. This one here is located in the middle of the handlebars. It's an LCD display that you can always read. No matter how bright the sun is shining, you have all the information very visible in different colors. So through the menu you can click through different options what information you want to see. For me, always important how the battery is charged, how fast I am, what mode of pedal assist I'm in, and you also see if the lights are switched on. You can easily, because there's a little remote, you can easily, by pushing the plus symbol for a couple of seconds, switch on the lights. You do have lights in front and in the back. They are, especially in the back, they are integrated to the rear rack, and they are super bright, so I was always seeing where I was going when I was cycling at night. And also very important, like my fellow companions on the street did see me. This e-bike is really powerful, so even when you're in the pedal assistance mode number 1, you push the pedal a couple of times and you reach easily the allowed 25 kilometers. That is why it is very important that you do have brakes that are very reliable. And Vanpowers did choose Tektro hydraulic disc brakes that look really nice, especially the little brake levers, but that work really well. I always stopped immediately when I was braking. Maybe going a bit more into detail why the ride is so comfortable besides the suspension. The saddle is like very comfortable. It doesn't look very special, but when you're cycling a longer period, it was still feeling very comfortable. And also important for me, you do have ergo grips, so there's the possibility for your wrists to even out the weight on the wrists, which is important for me because the wrists are my sensitive spot, especially when I would say when I cycle up to 5 kilometers, my wrists start to hurt, but not with the ergo grips. When you're cycling like 365 days a year, you want a bicycle that is always working and offers you a high amount of security. For me, it was quite important, like not only having fenders that keep me at least a bit dry and not so dirty, but also to have pedals that are not slippery at all. And Vanpowers did choose platform pedals that offer a lot of grip, so thanks a lot. Also quite nice is the bike stand. It's here in the back and it works really well. It's very stable and it's quite beautiful, I would say. Vanpowers also offers an app. It's a standard app with all the functions and features you need, like navigation. You can choose in the settings how your rides are tracked, and there is a Vanpowers community. For me, actually, the most important point is the navigation, because that's what I sometimes need. I don't really look into my other tracks, how I'm cycling, because but I know for a lot of people it's quite important, and Vanpowers ticks these boxes. And there are different color options, so please check out the website. If you don't like this beautiful red, check it out and order the bike online. Then in a really short period of time, the bike is delivered to your doorstep, and it was absolutely okay to assemble the bicycle. So there's always, when you cannot really go to a bike shop to test ride it, you can just order the bicycle, test ride it. And if you do have questions concerning the service of this bicycle, you can always get in touch with Vanpowers. And overall, this is really a next level commuter's e-bike. It's a dream coming true. It is so comfortable, it is robust, it is beautiful. And when you have a look at the price, it's definitely super interesting. So thanks Vanpowers, this is a really cool bike.